Here we see an arrangement with the, in this case, the Nikon D2X with attached 300 2.8 lens and the TC16A teleconverter. And we can see how it's set up here in the photographer's blind, in which you can see how this can be pulled taut around the lens, even on the inside here, to make for a nice tight camouflaged setup with the lens. And I'll show you the outside so that you can see how the lens looks from the outside. On the inside here are the photographer's blind. It has pockets for things for storing stuff, and it has two sets of these slots here where you can put a couple cameras and lenses through. It also has openings towards the bottom, a couple of those where you can open it up a little slit and put your camera lens through there for ground level shots. But you can see how the setup is here. We have the netting here, which helps to camouflage the person inside, and you could probably have a couple of people in here, maybe be a little cramped perhaps, but got various windows for being able to check pretty much what's around you, and it's somewhat camouflaged on the outside around the netting and such, so it should be able to help hide you. And now this setup here is not completely closed. You can have it go all the way around. It's just that I have it somewhat open here so that I can show you all this stuff. But we have the camera set up inside here with the camera with the lens poking through, and I shall show you what it's like on the other side. And here you can see these set up with the same 300 2.8 lens on the outside with I have camouflage tape around there, kind of a light tack tape that you can get from stores that sell hunting supplies. But it can help to hide everything, in the focus mechanism is on the inside. It's an internal focus lens, so I don't have to worry about anything out here rotating around. So, and so this is what it can look like from the outside. On the top of this we have some tie-down ropes on there for once you find the place to put it, you can tie those down for if it gets rather windy. It can help hold the thing in place. Now when you place a blind, you probably want to have it in place for maybe a few hours or even a few days, so that the animals get used to its being there. It can also help in keeping things hidden. Okay, here's my setup in the special photographic blind. Now, what I've set up here, I have a Nikon D750 and a Sigma 150 to 500 zoom, and I have it all set up on a gimbal and a tripod in this special photographer's blind. This blind was put out by the LL Rue, that's R-U-E, the LL Rue company. LL Rue, Leonard Lee Rue, was a nature photographer for many, many years, and he had this company which put out special photographic items just for photographers, especially nature photographers. And this was one of the things that he had. The photographer's blind, specially made just for photographers. It has these individual openings to put a lens through, and then you tighten up the cinch there around the lens, and then it gives you these meshed viewers so that you can see outside what's going on, but it can help to hide you from the animals. In this case, birds. I'm shooting with all the sun that's going on. I'm actually shooting on the deck of our house with this in place, and I've got several bird feeders and water supplies and so forth set up for them to attract them. But this is what we've got going out here now, and you'll be able to see some of the images that come from this setup here. I have the setup that I use for photographing wildlife and nature-oriented stuff. Little ladybug here going along. But I also have a Nikon D2X camera with a 300 2.8 Tamron zoom. Now this is a manual zoom that you'll be able to see at another point, another video, and used in conjunction with a Nikon TC16A teleconverter. It's a special teleconverter that can add autofocus capabilities. Had a nuthatch out there. Special photographic. Special. And there's the nuthatch. And there we go. Yep. Okay. Welcome. We are on the Wildlife Drive, the Prairie's Edge Wildlife Drive in Sherburne County at the Sherburne National Wildlife Refuge. Now we are here to test out a couple of the cameras that I got from through KH, a Nikon D2X and a Nikon D750, along with utilizing a Tamron 300 2.8 lens and a Sigma 150 to 500 lens. And so we'll be going around. It's a 7-mile loop, and we'll be seeing what pops up. It's a Saturday morning, and mornings are oftentimes good periods to be able to photograph wildlife, because the wildlife will be a bit more active at that time. And also, it won't be too terribly hot It is July, and so we're gonna drive around, see what we can find. I've got my cameras here and set up, and so let's see what we can find. Shooting here with the D2X with the T16A teleconverter and the Tamron 300mm 2.8 lens. And on this side we have the Nikon D750 with the Sigma 150 to 500 lens, and we're going to be getting some shots here. If we go around the Wildlife Drive, a 7-mile drive total around different parts of the certain section of the Sherburne National Wildlife Refuge. Let's see what I can get from here, and we can get to the 500 end here. Crank that out, and a different perspective of that guy, and all right, and bald eagle. Yep. Okay, let's switch to the D2X here. Let's see if we can get okay, let's move on. Don't want to block things too much. Alright. And guy in there. I'm shooting these eagle shots at 5 thousandths of a second at f2.8, and so while I'm here getting all the shots I can possibly get. Yep. And let's continue on. Alrighty. Sand and cranes. Mm-hmm.